Hi, YouTubers, radio enthusiasts, and shortwave listeners. Signal Hunter here. Well, I had many videos in a few months, I guess it's been, other than what I could make with some old radios in my living room, because I've had a back injury and it's put me out of commission for a couple of months, and I've been in and out of rehab and a hospital, and but I'm a lot better now. Couldn't get up to my radio room, so that's one of the reasons why I had many videos. And so just to get all that out of the way, while I was in the hospital, I received a nice gift, the PL310ET. Of course, it's a gift unto myself, but it was nice to at least get it in the hospital, even though the place is filled with noise, and the hospital room is not an ideal place to receive shortwave signals. Now, I bought this this radio for 31 euros from eBay, and I ordered it direct from China. And but it's interesting that I did. I mean, I saved myself 25, 30 euros by doing that. But you know, within the German tax system and the import fee or whatever, if there is any, I don't know. But it's normally a lot more expensive than that when you order something direct from China. The only downfall about this is the book comes completely in Chinese. But like I said, as I said, what's interesting about this is I ordered it from China, and it actually shipped out of Berlin. So that tells me is one of the little Chinese cousins is bringing them into probably Czech or Poland somewhere, where they can pay off someone, bringing them in by suitcase or whatever, have them shipped there, and then they drive them across the border into Germany. And that's probably exactly the way it works. But anyway, I didn't have to pay any tax on it. And I hope I'm not giving anything away, because I wouldn't mind paying the 6 or 7 euro tax on it. I just saw it was cheaper if I bought it direct from China. How it got to me, I mean, that's not my problem, really. I'm certainly not going back up to Zoll, which is where they charge you the taxes and they handle everything coming from outside the country. I'm not going up there and say, hey, I got this radio. In fact, they don't even have a receipt for it. But with that said, I bought this radio under advisement, I guess you could say, recommendation, from Thomas Brogan. Thomas Brogan is another shortwave listener, and he's I haven't seen him. I don't know what happened. His channel's completely gone off the internet. And so if anybody knows what happened to Tom, just put it in the comments, because I hate not being able to talk to him and listening to the interesting stations that he comes up with. He had a great location for receiving shortwave radio stations inside his living room. To me, he didn't even need an outside antenna. Also, Clint from Oxford Shortwave Radios recommended this radio because Thomas Brogan recommended it to him, and he's made extensive videos on a field test, and there he goes. So the ETM's finished. Well, he's made a lot of field tests with it, and he's very pleased with the radio, as am I. It's amazing. That DSP chip is really something. But of all the videos that I've watched, no one has said this. How many times have you took a road trip and you're traveling, my wife's driving, of course, and or your wife's driving, and you want to tune some shortwave radio in driving down the highway? Well, it's not too good, is it? Because you certainly can't drive and tune a shortwave radio. But with this one you can, because all you have to do is press the ETM, and then you just rotate the knob to get the station that you want to listen to. I never thought about that. This is ideal for listening to shortwave radio when you're driving down the road. And so it's better than going through the bands tuning it or trying to do direct entry while you're watching the highway. But I can't say any more about the radio than anybody else had, except for I also enjoy the videos from Two Hands and a Radio. Here you go. Two Hands and a Radio. That's not me, of course. I think Two Hands in a Radio is in Indiana, and he makes some quite excellent videos. On his radio, this knob is loose, and he says he don't like that because he's afraid this one is not loose. This one's quite firm. It doesn't wiggle, and I love this volume control. As you can see, it shows you what volume level you are, and it has an indent on each one. And that's quite nice, very nice. Other really nice feature for me is the external antenna jack. I really like that because a lot of times it's, you know, here in Germany it's cold and wet, and when it's not cold and wet, it's freezing and white, and meaning snow. And so who wants to sit outside in that? Of course, I do plan to take this to the field with me. I have an antenna already strung out there, and some farmers along the roadway, the farming path, and some trees. I have an antenna out there so I can go hook up and see when I tune in. Of course, here in the house, the conditions, the propagation isn't very good tonight, especially. I could only, with the ETM, I could only receive 6 different frequencies. But I guess it's the propagation, plus the weather is absolutely terrible here. Low-hanging clouds and rain. So, as I said, I can't say much more about the radio. I would advise you, though, when you buy one of these radios, make sure you keep everything it comes with, the address and everything, because if you need to send it back, it's real important. I always check all the buttons to make sure none of them are wobbly or getting ready to pop out. If they are, I'd send it back immediately. But this radio is made, it's excellent quality. And like I said, Two Hands in Radio, I just think he had a factory defect with the tuning knob, is what that is. Well, I'll turn it off. 19 degrees centigrade here. That's not, that's in the room here, but I can't say much more about the radio, except it's a great radio. I'm very pleased with it. And for a beginner in shortwave radio, I'm telling you what, this is the radio to buy for a beginner. Who can beat? I know in the States you can buy it for $40, anywhere from 35 to 45 bucks. You cannot beat that. There's just no way. And for a beginner, this is excellent radio to get into shortwave listening because it has everything you want. Okay, you can't tune sideband. All right. But to tell you the truth, I have sideband on most all my radios, and I don't listen to it. You know, especially here in Germany, who wants to listen to these ham radio operators on sideband? This is so boring. They talk about the same thing as CBers do in the States. They talk about their antenna. They talk about their amplifier, how they tweak their radios out. Kind of like shortwave listeners, huh? But anyway, who wants to listen to that? Nobody. And, well, I don't anyway. So, who wants to tune sideband? Every once in a while, you can listen to Volmet at Shannon to get the weather. That's about it. That's all I tune it for sideband for. And once in a while, you can find some pirate stations on sideband and some military communications. But that's about it. But getting back to the point, for a beginner, take my advice. This is a good radio. And if a beginner ever buys this radio, and you said, I bought it because you said buy it, but it's not a good radio, then I'll buy it from you. How about that? But you'll be well pleased when you buy this radio. So, while I was in the hospital, my daughter, she went around and she cleaned all my stuff up real nice. Got my room all clean, my radios and stereo dusted all off. And I got a couple radios downstairs. Don't want to make you dizzy there. That I've been playing with because I couldn't get up here. But anyway, maybe I'll make a video later. I do have some other projects in the works. I have a SDR radio, which I haven't even had a chance to fool with. And I have a discon antenna I wanted to put up, but we're thinking about selling the place and buying a smaller house with a larger garden. And so I guess I'll just wait on that putting up that discon antenna. So with all that said, top of the day to you guys, 73s out there to you. Please like and subscribe. At least like and comment. But I would rather have the comments than the likes. I don't care about the likes. Well, I do, but I like the comments. I like to carry on conversation, obviously. So with that said, Signal Hunter out.